What's up, guys? I'm LQ. This is the LQ Review. Let's talk about Swamp Thing Episode 5. Swamp Thing Episode 5 came out on Friday, and this was the best episode of Swamp Thing yet. This is a series that keeps on kind of getting better and gaining momentum, and it's funny, there's still not a lot of Swamp Thing on screen. There really isn't. But I'm more interested in the Averys story. I really am. Will Patton's character Avery is fantastic. He's a great villain for a show like this, and he's the most interesting character by far. I love the intimidation techniques that he used, going after the girl's father, the reporter's father, and then not backing down to the when he was in there making the turtle suit. It was all very graphic, very nonchalantly graphic, and that's the scary type person. Gore doesn't faze him. He's already killed people. But, any kind of gore doesn't faze him. He's in there killing this turtle, this creature of the swamp, while he's preparing to intimidate. And he's just a great character. And I really enjoyed his wife's storyline in this episode. This episode's storyline very much centered around his wife, his dead daughter, and Abby Arcane when she was a kid. So we find out that Averys' daughter died. And she died when they were seniors in high school, getting ready to graduate. She was best friends with Abby. They already kind of hinted at that early on. You remember when Will Patton's character Avery said, "You're always welcome here," to Abby Arcane. So we find out that Abby was best friends with Will's daughter, and after one late night together, after staying out all night, probably partying, Averys' daughter wants to go bridge jumping, and it's only a 14-foot drop. It's not like it's a high bridge. It's not like there's a lot of risk associated, other than the fact that this is the swamp. And when you're in the swamp, any body of water could have dinosaurs that eat you, alligators, right? But the risk factor was pretty low given the height and whatnot. So Averys' daughter's up on the ledge. Abby doesn't want to do it. But Abby has that immortality streak that all teenagers have, right? Whatever I do, it's going to be okay. Nothing can hurt us, yada, yada, yada. She turns around and she pushes Averys' daughter into the water. And then Averys' daughter doesn't come up, scared. Abby jumps in, and Averys' daughter comes up at that point. And she's laughing and teasing and everything, and they're having a good time. And then Averys' daughter gets pulled under, and now she's under for good. And Abby goes under and she sees Avery being taken by something. Abby sees Averys' daughter being taken by something. So that was all very scary. And I'm thinking croc, right? Because it's a swampland. But it's probably something a little more sinister. And they'll probably get into that as we get further into this season. But Averys' daughter has possessed the girl that Abby Arcane has been treating. And the girl, the possessed daughter, it's her goal to get her mom to the swamp. She wants to take her mom. And, she even says, "I can't stay, but you can join me in the swamp. We can be together forever." And you got such a sad story where this mom is terrified of what this means, but she wants to jump at the chance to be with her daughter. So she follows this girl out to the swamp and takes the risk to have the opportunity to be with her daughter forever. It was a really sad moment that almost cost Averys' wife her life. We found out Averys having an affair with the police officer, and that the police officer has a little crooked streak in her as well. So this whole thing is expanding, and when Madame Xanadu, by the way, that was Madame Xanadu, the African-American lady, that was Madame Xanadu, when Madame Xanadu told Daniel that something terrible is coming, it's the Averys. We know it's the Averys. It's got to be the Averys. Or at least it's the Averys. It's Avery that... It's Avery that's going to spur it. He's going to be the one to start it. And so I'm hooked. I'm really into it now. This storyline is just expanding and getting better and better. As far as Swamp Thing is concerned, he doesn't have a lot of screen time, but they do introduce the green into this episode. How he's able to reach out to the plants, reach out to the trees, and see their memories. So that was all really fantastic. So Swamp Thing was able to see what happened with Abby and Averys Daughter. So that was all really great. Daniel storyline is expanding. He wants to leave. He wants to leave this town, and he can't. He's made some sort of a pact, some sort of an oath, or I don't know who it was with. It was with the devil or what, but he's made this oath to stay in this town, and he can't leave. And he tries to leave. He sticks his hand outside the border of the town, and he burns his hand up. And we see the Blue Devil mask. So this is clearly the Blue Devil. That Ian Ziering's character is going to turn into. And by the way, he's just been a breath of fresh air in the show. Whenever Ian Ziering's on it, I'm like, all right, this is going to be lighthearted fun. And it really has been. So he's been great. Will Patton's been great. Like I said before, the actress that plays Abby Arcane, she's been serviceable. And Swamp Thing, like I said, he's in this episode very little, but when he is in it, it's good stuff, and you're hooked. And I don't know what it's believable. Something this fantastical is really, it's really hard to sell. It's really hard to make believable, but they've done it. So Swamp Thing episode 5 was the best one so far because it just expanded the storyline so much. And we got to see the history of some of these characters. And we got to see some of the scary history with some of these characters. So that's my take on Swamp Thing episode 5. Have you seen it yet? Let me know what you thought in the comments down below. Thank you so much for being here at the LQ Review, where we talk about all the geeky, nerdy stuff that we love to talk about. And until next time, we'll see you later.